Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, my YouTube family. Good evening, my Clubhouse family. Good evening, good evening. You know what time it is, y'all. You know what time it is. It is Keeping Up with Congress. I am Tamara Johnson Shealy, and if you are watching me live on YouTube, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification button, and share, y'all. You know, last week I had a rough week. Last week I had some food poisoning, and I'm much better, y'all. I've been taking it easy, and my energy level has come back. I feel almost normal, y'all. So thank you for keeping me in your prayers and giving me a couple days off last week. I was not okay, but your girl is back. I am back. Again, you know what this is all about. If you can see the screen, let me make it larger for those of you that are watching right here on YouTube. You know, this is brought to you every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. It's brought to you by Withhold the Vote, where we hold our elected officials and our candidates accountable. No more do we go to the polls and give this thing away for free. No more. That pimp game is over. This does not say don't vote. People have tried to demonize, withhold the vote. This is about voting strategically. Everybody don't get this vote. We're no longer going to the polls and being pimped and not knowing who these candidates are, not knowing where they stand on the issues. We don't give this thing away for free no more. We're gonna play the game. This is how we win. This is how everybody else plays it. We're gonna learn how to play it too. So like I said, if you are watching me here on YouTube, please hit the like button, subscribe, the notification button, and share. You know, I always like to bring you some reparations news. I like to start it out with reparations information because, you know, as on my campaign to the United States Senate, I stood flat-footed on a Black agenda, on reparations. I talked very boldly about it. I didn't shy away from the subject. And when it didn't come up, heck, I brought it up. So I like to bring you reparations news from around the nation. There's an article about the Black president, Federal Reserve president of Atlanta, Raphael Bostic. This article says Raphael Bostic. Let me make this bigger for those of you that are watching on YouTube. I know you want to be able to see this as we talk through it. There it is. You can see it. Raphael Bostic, president of the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta, is one of the most prominent government officials yet to publicly express support for reparations as a way to address the consequences of racism and inequality in America. There are definitely merits to it. This is what he says. There are definitely merits to it in the same sense that if people have been harmed by laws, then there should be a discussion about redress. He goes on to say the legacies of past racism are still present in our society. Said Bostic, who in 2017 became the first Black president of a regional federal bank, y'all. He says we have to think about what things are necessary to offset the impacts of those old systems that still flow through. Bostic specifically called out systemic obstacles that inhibit wealth building among minorities, including redlining and other forms of housing discrimination. We are African Americans today who have a lot less wealth, he said, in part because they have not been able to inherit the wealth that would have accrued had their ancestors been able to accrue that wealth. He ain't playing, he ain't lying. We are a wealthless people. The data says by 2053, we are going to have zero net wealth. We are on a race to the bottom, and we need voices and people in spaces and places like this gentleman, Raphael Bostic, to speak up. Speak up. The Federal Reserve president, y'all. The next article I wanted to tell you about is the governor of Oregon, Governor Kate Brown. This article says Brown tells Reimagine Oregon she is working on Black reparations. I want her to work on reparations, but I want her to get that word Black from in front of it. I want her to understand that reparations is owed to those who are descendants of slaves. Reparations are owed to those who are descendants of slavery and slaves in this country, in these United States. So I want her to get it right. I appreciate her effort over in Oregon, of all places, y'all, Oregon. This article says Governor Kate Brown said that she is laying the groundwork for paying reparations to Black Oregons. I want her to get it right. I want her to be able to specifically say who gets reparations. She goes on to say, I want to lay the groundwork to make sure we do this right, said Brown, who did not offer any other details of her proposal. Yeah, her heart is in the right place. We're going to take it. We're going to keep watching Oregon. We're going to keep watching Oregon. We just want her to get that right. It ain't just Black. We need her to be specific with those who are descendants of slavery in these Americas, right? Oh, let's go to the next one. Oh, that was an article about AOC. AOC was talking about reparations for immigrants. Y'all, I just accidentally deleted it. Work with a girl today. But that article was about AOC, who is, let me see. Can I undo that? Let me see. Can you undo it? Y'all, I'll bring it to you tomorrow. I'll find it. But AOC was talking about reparations for immigrants. We got to be careful with these quote unquote progressives. I'm a progressive. I'm a Democrat. I get it. But reparations is for those of us who are descendants of slaves first. We're not going to dilute this conversation and start talking about immigrants. No, we're not AOC. I'll bring that article back to y'all tomorrow, y'all. Keeping up with Congress. This article is about New York and Cali looking to universal basic income to provide race-based reparations. See, it's diluted, y'all. We got to be careful. This is the fight. This is the fight. We don't need to fight each other about reparations. We got to stay out here and fight them, diluting it with UBI, universal basic income. This article goes on to say California and New York are leading the way in a trend spreading across the nation to push race-based reparations through universal basic income, utilizing taxation from sources such as marijuana sales. The Oakland mayor, Libby Schaaf, has mandated universal basic income for 600 poor minority families of $500 a month for at least the next 18 months. This follows a similar move by Stockton, California. And last week, Marin County approved $1,000 in monthly payments for 125 residents for 2 years. Y'all, we got to be careful. This UBI, reparations, conversation, merging it, intertwining it, mixing it all up. Y'all, we got to stay loud. We got to stay loud, those of us who are descendants of slaves in this country, because we can see this thing being twisted and taken away and not even given to us first, right? New York and California. Let's keep our eyes on what's going on across these United States when it comes to reparations. I like to always bring you a little bit of business news as well. The Kinetic, this is a communications company. Kinetic Business by Windstream expands Black Business Support Fund. Kinetic Business by Windstream is a long trusted community partner for communication services, announced the expansion of the Black Business Support Fund. Now customers in any Georgia market Kinetic serves, along with previously eligible businesses in the Charlotte, North Carolina area and in Lexington, Kentucky, can take advantage of this grant. Launched in November of 2020, the fund seeks to increase the number and stability of Black-owned businesses in its service footprint. Businesses selected for the grants will receive free Kinetic Business Internet for a year and a cash award up to $5,000. The businesses will also get a free business consultation from Kinetic Business on processes and products that could improve efficiencies and make their business more profitable. So let's not miss out. Let's not miss out on these opportunities to get grants. I told you, this Biden administration, y'all, is making it rain. If you don't have a business, damn it, you better start one yesterday. You're not connected to a nonprofit, get to know one, because I'm telling you, this Biden administration, that's why I believe Republicans just despise Democrats. They feel like we just wasteful and spending money because Biden is about to make it rain. So y'all better make sure y'all, getting wet. Keeping up with Congress, keeping up with business news, y'all. Of course, like I said, this is always brought to you by Withhold the Vote. Withhold the Vote. Go to the website, withholdthevote.org. Does not mean don't vote. It means that we withhold the vote from those that don't have our best interests. We don't give this thing away for free no more. If it's not specifically they don't have a specific agenda that will benefit you, we don't vote for them. You can skip them, you can write your name in, but don't give away this thing for free, y'all. Keeping up with Congress. So let's dive into these Senate bills. Let's dive into these Senate bills, y'all. You know, we go back and forth between the House, the U.S. House, and the U.S. Senate. Today is the U.S. Senate, y'all. So Senate Bill 386. Senate Bill 386 is the Medicare X Choice Act of 2021. This is Senator Bennett, Michael Bennett. It's a Democrat out of Colorado. This bill establishes and funds the Medicare Exchange Health Program, which allows individuals who are not otherwise eligible for Medicare to enroll in a government-administered health insurance plan. Y'all, if they don't give us Medicare for all, please just make this thing all encompassing. Make sure every American has the health care that is equitable and equal. Medicare X. Okay, Senator Bennett, we get it. Senator Bennett. He goes on to say there was a press release. This is a public option by expanding on the Affordable Care Act and Medicare. The Medicare Exchange, the Medicare X plan, will offer families, individuals, and small businesses low-cost health insurance, decrease the number of uninsured Americans, and control the cost of health care, and increase competition in the health insurance market. He goes on to say the Affordable Care Act dramatically improved health care coverage and affordability as we continue to face a devastating pandemic where millions of Americans are uninsured or underinsured. We are committed to working with the Biden administration to strengthen the ACA. Medicare X is the best way to cover everyone, reduce health costs, and improve the quality of health insurance for all Americans, including those who've historically suffered the most from poor access to quality coverage and care. We have a responsibility to create the best healthcare system possible and achieve universal coverage. We can do that through Medicare X. That's what he says, y'all. Medicare X. Senate Bill 386. Senate Bill 387. Senate Bill 387. This bill is the Grand Canyon Protection Act. The Grand Canyon Protection Act. This is Senator Sanma, Democrat out of Arizona. This bill withdraws 1,006,545 acres of federal lands in Arizona, including any land or interest in land acquired by the United States after enactment of this bill, from entry, appropriation, and disposal under the public land laws, location, entry, and patent under the mining laws, and operation of the mineral leasing and geothermal leasing laws and mineral material laws. Here's the part that I want you to hear. The Government Accountability Office shall conduct a study of uranium stockpiles in the United States that are available to meet future national security requirements. So is there some uranium on this land? Grand Canyon Protection Act? Interesting, y'all. Senate Bill 387. I told you I take special interest in food, air, water, and land. Everything else we're gonna work it through. We're gonna get it right. But we must get food, air, water, land. We have to get that right. We have to get that right. Senate Bill 387. I see you, my Clubhouse family. I see you. Thank you for chiming in. Thank you. I see you, my YouTube family. And of course, I'll put your comments on the screen. I put your comments on the screen on my way out, y'all. Senate Bill 387. Senate Bill 388. Senate Bill 388. Honduras Human Rights and Anti-Corruption Act of 2021. Honduras. Y'all, let's find out what's going on over in Honduras. This was a press release by Jeff Merkley. Jeff Merkley is a Democrat. Senator Jeff Merkley is a Democrat out of Oregon. Honduras Human Rights and Anti-Corruption Act of 2021. This legislation that lays out a comprehensive framework for combating corruption, impunity, and human rights violation in Honduras. The introduction comes as U.S. federal prosecutors made public that they are investigating Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernandez for accepting large bribes from and giving assistance to an alleged drug trafficker who delivered thousands of kilos of cocaine throughout the United States. In response to the news, which adds to a long list of cases by U.S. prosecutors in which Hernandez has been implicated or directly accused of involvement in drug trafficking, the bill would impose sanctions on the Honduran president for corruption and human rights abuses and suspend U.S. security assistance and export licenses for covered defense articles and munitions items to the Honduran police and military, among other provisions. Boy, they are not playing with Hondurans. Senate Bill 388, Jeff Merkley, y'all, Democrat out of Oregon. Senate Bill 389, Senate Bill 389, the Next Generation Entrepreneurship Corps Act, the Next Generation Entrepreneurship Corps Act. Y'all, I appreciate small businesses. I appreciate, I don't want to see nobody trapped into these corporate systems. I want everybody to have a business. You can bake, start a business. Can you sew? Start a business. Can you cut grass really good? Start a business. Always have something, y'all, something that you can do where you are not so beholden to these corporate structures, because they will get you. And once they get you, they got you. Always know that you can do something. So this Entrepreneurship Corps Act, I thought this was some good legislation. S389. This bill establishes the Next Generation Entrepreneurship Corps program to promote entrepreneurship in the most distressed regions of the United States, including those regions affected by COVID-19, by awarding participating fellows, listen to this, y'all, participating fellows a 2-year stipend to start and grow a new small business. Now, look, they introducing legislation in Congress to give some fellows a 2-year stipend. Y'all, listen to the money that's attached. Listen to this. Fellows will receive $120,000. A 2-year stipend. They're going to receive a $120,000 2-year stipend for living and basic startup expenses. They're going to pay you to your living expenses and your startup expenses. They're going to give you health care and an interest-free federal student deferral for 2 years. Further, fellows shall receive mentorship from the Service Corps of Retired Executives, that's SCORE, and be matched with the full range of lenders, investors, and insurers, y'all. Y'all, this is the kind of stuff they are introducing in Congress. Y'all hear me? They're introducing congressional legislation to give these participating fellows, as they say, a 2-year stipend to start and grow a new small business. This is some legislation we need to keep our eyes on. Who is this? Who senator is this? Democrat Christopher Coons out of Delaware. Is this? I hope this ain't for his friends, because we got a whole bunch of people who could use this, right? Senate Bill 389. Let me write that one down. We're gonna have to come back and really keep an eye on that and see if that makes it. Because if it makes it, I need some of y'all to be knocking on the doors for that. Senate Bill 389. Senate Bill 390, Senate Bill 390, the Emergency Reporting Act. Amy Klobuchar is a Democrat out of Minnesota. This bill requires the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, to report on certain activations of the Disaster Information Reporting System. That's the system through which communication providers report their operational status during times of crisis, and to adopt specified rules related to network outage reporting. So this is Senator Amy Klobuchar, Democrat out of Minnesota. Senate Bill 391 is the Eagles Act. The Eagles Act of 2021. This is Chuck Grassley, Republican out of Iowa. This one, y'all, is about creating, let's see how, this was pretty, but I'm going to try to sum it up for you. It says, here, 3 years ago, on February the 14th, 2018, an unspeakable tragedy occurred at Marjorie Stone Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. In less than 4 minutes, 14 students and 3 staff members were killed, their families and friends' lives shattered by such a senseless act. Today, along with my colleagues, Senator Rubio and Scott of Florida, Senator Cortez Masto, Collins, Manchin, and Hansen, I'm proud to reintroduce legislation that will proactively mitigate threats of violence on school campuses by reauthorizing and expanding the U.S. Secret Service National Threat Assessment Center. I'm going somewhere with it, y'all. The National Threat Assessment Center studies targeted violence and develops best practices and training to identify and manage threats before they result in violence. The bill establishes a Safe School Initiative, a national program on school violence prevention that will include expanded research on school violence. Most importantly, this legislation allows the Secret Service to directly equip communities and schools with training and best practices on recognizing and preventing school violence. So this is what the Eagles Act is. This bill, he says, which I hope will help us to recognize the signs of a potential attack long before one occurs, carries the namesake of those it could have saved, the Marjorie Stone Douglas High School mascot, the Eagles. So this is a bill to prevent school violence. And this is Senator Grassley, Chuck Grassley, Republican out of Iowa. This is, like I said, we will never be experts. I don't expect us to be, but we do this so that we can keep up with Congress and keep our eyes on the players and keep our eyes on the game. Like I said, who would know that $120,000 in 2-year stipends was coming down the pike if we don't keep up and see how they spending our tax dollars? They making it rain in Congress, y'all. Y'all need to get wet. These are receipts in our political streets, y'all. These are the receipts we need. 2022 is right around the corner. Senate Bill 392, Cost of Relocations Act. Cost of Relocations Act. This is Chris Van Hollen. Chris Van Hollen, he's a Democrat out of Maryland. This bill requires a federal agency seeking to relocate more than 5% of his employees or more than 100 employees to conduct and make public a comprehensive cost-benefit analysis of the proposed change. So they don't want people these federal agencies just moving people just because. I knew sounded like he was mad at somebody, and I found it. He was. He says relocating federal agencies impacts thousands of lives, from the employees who staff them to constituents they serve. When the government makes these decisions, we must ensure the best interest of the American people, and the cost to the taxpayer comes first, not politics. The Trump administration's unnecessary and costly decision to move ERS and NIFA underscored the need for a more thorough, standardized, and transparent review process. This legislation would ensure just that. So yeah, he don't want them just packing up and moving these federal agencies without some sort of analysis there. I get it. Senate Bill 393, Senate Bill 393 is the Equality Act. Equality Act. Jeff Merkley, Democrat out of Oregon. This bill prohibits discrimination based on sex, sexual orientation, and gender identity in areas including public accommodations and facilities, education, federal funding, employment, housing, credit, and the jury system. So this is Senator Jeff Merkley, Democrat out of Oregon. This is the Equality Act. We're almost there, y'all. Senate Bill 394, Senate Bill 394, the Duty to Report Act, Duty to Report Act. This is Richard Blumenthal, Democrat out of Connecticut. Democrat out of Connecticut. I couldn't find a press release for this man on what this was, but he on Twitter. Look, he don't have a press release, but he's on Twitter. He says the Duty to Report Act codifies what is already a moral and patriotic duty. The illegal acceptance or solicitation of campaign foreign assistance must be reported so law enforcement can protect the integrity of our elections. So that's Richard Blumenthal on Twitter, but no press release. He fighting on Twitter, but okay. Democrat out of Connecticut. All right, Senate Bill 395, y'all. Our last one for the evening, Senate Bill 395. If you follow me on Clubhouse, y'all, I have been invited over to a another room at 7:30. They're called rooms. I'm learning the language and the lay of the land on Clubhouse. So I'm invited to a room on Clubhouse about being elected and running in the U.S. Senate race. So if you can join me over there, I'll tell you the name of it in just a bit when I can look at my phone in just a minute. So Senate Bill 395, Senate Bill 395, Electric Cars Act of 2021. This is, again, Jeff Merkley, Democrat out of Oregon. This bill modifies and extends tax credits for electric cars and alternative motor vehicles. So that's Senator Jeff Merkley, again, Democrat out of Oregon. All right, y'all, we made it. We made it. For those of you that are watching here on YouTube, those of you that are listening to me on Clubhouse, we made it, y'all. You know, I got 2 call of actions. I want you to know that I am hitting the road next week. I'm hitting the road next week, going around into some cities around Georgia. I'm not going to say too much too soon, but I just want you to know that next week is going to be quite interesting. We're going to take HB 541 on the road. HB 541. If you haven't gone to the website, please go to the website, HB 541. This is a monumental piece of legislation that creates a commission to recommend appropriate remedies and policy remedies for the descendants of slavery in Georgia, y'all. This is Georgia's version. This is Georgia's version of what California and Oregon and what Evanston is trying to do. You know, this is Georgia's. You know, we talking reparations. We talking about the repair and the redress that needs to happen for those who are descendants of slavery right here in the great state of Georgia. So go to the website, support if you can see, join our email list, make a donation. This is about to heat up, y'all. Y'all gonna enjoy this because this is the good fight. This is totally the good fight. My second is, of course, withhold the vote. Withhold the vote is this is the initiative where we're not going to the polls and giving our votes away for free anymore. We are not doing that. We're more strategic. We're smarter than that. They're not playing us. The pimp game is over. So please, please, please go to the website, hb541.net, withholdthevote.org. Take a look at what we're doing. If you want to support the broadcast, please do. Every dollar counts. Every dollar helps. It's gas money. Trust me, we about to hit the road. It is monies for these websites. It's everything that we're doing, y'all. This is some infrastructure that we're building, and it takes money and it takes time. So if you're able to support these broadcasts, please do. Hit me on the Cash App, the Tamara, THE, Tamara for Georgia. So the THE, Tamara for FOR, spelled out, Georgia, is on the Cash App. Thank you for joining me tonight. Please share this broadcast. Please spread the word. I'll be back, of course, tomorrow, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday and Thursday, right here on Clubhouse, y'all, and right here on YouTube. I'm going to put your comments on the screen. Robert, I see you out there asking me about me. Am I running? Tamara, let me see what he's, Tamara, were you still thinking about running for a seat in 2022? The woman you had on your platform last Saturday stole the very advice I was giving to you. Start early. I hear you, Robert. I hear you. I'm praying and trusting God to tell me what to do, y'all. I'm just like, join me on Clubhouse, y'all. We're going to have that conversation. And I'll talk to y'all about this as we continue to take these steps and we keep doing what we're doing. I just know I'm in prayer. I'm listening for God to give me a word, y'all. I will see you tomorrow night right here on YouTube, right here on Clubhouse. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Let me start this. See you tomorrow, everybody. Hey, good evening. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for joining me. I had a few people pop in and pop out, so let me try and ping a few more people to get into the conversation. While I'm doing that, how are things going on your end?
Oh, they're coming along. They're coming. I was just I'm learning Clubhouse. So I just finished hosting a room, I guess is what you call
Yes,
it.
yes.
I'm learning the language.
I love it. I love it. And can you tell me a little bit about what your room focused on today?
It was called Keepin. It's called Keeping Up with Congress. I host a YouTube broadcast Monday through